Oh, I like that. RebGaming, what's good? Hype here, doing a review for Bayonetta 2, developed by Platinum Games. This is just released last Friday, and I have beaten the game already. Granted, albeit slightly short, still a very awesome game. And should not, like, the time, I think it took me like 8 hours to complete the entire thing, but even though I find that to be about the average length of time that it takes me to complete stuff. But we're gonna jump all the way to the beginning. And I completed it on third climax. Nope, wrong one. I did kind of horrible, like altogether. I did kind of good, kind of bad. But for the review purpose, I'm gonna put it down to second climax mode. And what character settings do I have? Alright, that's what I want. Okay, here we go. So, all in all, so yes, I picked up the game on Friday, completed it on Saturday for the Extra Life event, and I'm here now doing the review. All in all, the game, Bayonetta, was an epic game. It was awesome. I loved it. Loved every minute of it, and it wasn't just for all the sexual innuendos, all the naughty stuff that it has. The storyline, the combat, everything flowed so smoothly that it was so awesome. And I'm gonna shut up now, and we're gonna let this play. So yeah, it's a lot of moments like that. But alright, here we go. So, the character that I'm using is Joan. I did complete the game on third climax, so I unlocked the Chain Chomp weapon, which even more, I just had to do the review with this weapon. I mean, how can you say no to having a giant Chain Chomp just strapped to your ankle, and you can just like smash him around, just like that.
The three worlds all needed rulers.
I mean, look how awesome this is.
And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Ace.
Doosh. So my character is currently wearing the Princess Peach costume. Although, I will admit that Joan, she doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't really match with her.
Aesir spent the first eternity quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain.
Somebody else there.
And make it match our rules.
So the only part that I don't like about this beginning is that we can't turn the camera angles. We're kind of stuck with this horrible angle. So if enemies drop down off to the sides, if you kind of attack, their attacks will kind of go towards the direction of the enemy, which kind of helps out. So you're not just stuck saying, "Oh, what the hell do I have to fight?"
So the power he wielded was split
Stomp, stomp.
and
Doosh.
into humanity's instincts. The right eye of light and the left eye of darkness.
And doosh. All right, we're back to fighting. All right, let's go.
By dividing the power of the eyes of Aesir, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world.
Oh, this is a bad angle for me. There we go.
Destiny, humans could choose their own paths.
Get him, Chim Chomp!
They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature. But now we were thinking things, and we took our first big step.
So combat is actually very simple. I'm currently using the Wii U Pro controller. I think this is the Pro controller. It's one of those. Pretty much X is to punch, A is to kick, X is for your guns, B is to jump. And with the different combination of punches and kicks, you can perform different combos. The ZR button is to dodge. R button is to swap between weapon sets. ZL is it's like a stance modifier. So instead of having to like double tap stuff, you can just hold that down and just input one thing. And L is to activate your Umbra powers after you build up your magic meter. So that's a pretty brief explanation of how the controls are. But yeah, so the costume is supposed to be Princess Peach, with just an extremely short skirt. So. So this one kind of does jump around with the time. So it'll be like past and then present.
You will not escape this fate. We will perish together. My dear, sweet child. At last, you have fulfilled your promise to me. Fear not, for I am always watching over you.
Oh wait, there's something that I just realized from the ending of my first playthrough. So that's what. Okay, I'm not gonna explain anything. If you guys want to find out, you have to play through it.
The last of the living sages.
10. So for Bayonetta 2, the storyline for this one is your friend's spirit was stolen, and you have to travel to the depths of hell to rescue her. And that's pretty much the general storyline. But then that's all that I'm gonna spoil for all intents and purposes of people who are gonna watch us later. So yeah, I mean, this is a loading screen. You're able to practice your combos while you're on this part. Alright. So we're just gonna enjoy the cutscenes. Because honestly, you play Bayonetta for the visuals, I could say, as you guys have seen so far.
The government has organized a team to investigate the continued reports of unusual weather and strong earthquakes occurring throughout the region. Officials are currently trying to determine the source of these phenomena, as citizens nervously clamor for answers. Our special report on the regional disasters, Nature Unleashed, continues after these messages.
You know what I need? Some heels without guns. You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you?
Do you know what day's coming up? Here I was shopping, minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car. Hey, whoa!
Now, is that any way to speak to an old friend?
So that's Bayonetta. That's what she's supposed to look
I did
like.
that job for you. Free. Dad. Do I really have to tell
I'm
you?
using the skin of her friend that you go and save, which is why she looks not like that.
This is why I can't have good things. You're some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you. Shit. But if it's that or getting torn limb from limb for eternity in whatever circle of Inferno you witches go to if you break the contract, fuck Forget about it. I'd off the fucking wing bastards all damn day. Oh, hey, what the hell? Hey,
He's got some pretty damn good balancing right there, man.
what the fuck you wasting your time trying to send some schmucks off?
Oh yeah, and for a Nintendo game, language.
Done and done. Let's go home, Lorenzo.
Hey, wait a second. I ain't done here. If I don't get what I came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city.
And what is it that you came to fetch, my dear?
Real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
You always know how to make an entrance, John. A rare
Jean.
sight to see you in this.
That's her name.
Just had something I had to look into. Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently. Now that you mention
Keep on mispronouncing
I
her
still
name.
haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family.
Forget about it.
So you know what? We're gonna. Can I skip? Yes, I can. It's kind of long, so in order to get to the gameplay, we're gonna skip it because yeah, some cutscenes do tend to get a little bit long, and I think that was about like the halfway point. All right. Boosh. And you actually get some good
This is why I
Some
never
good
found
scenes.
anything sane.
on this.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car. Start already.
Right on time to deliver a little holiday cheer.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Bro, Don? But I don't believe in Santa.
Watch your mouth, Enzo. Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay the tab.
Unbelievable. Ah!
So for those of you who haven't played Bayonetta, Rodon, or our Black Santa, he's a demon. Bayonetta and Jean, the chick in the red that was on the motorcycle, they're both witches. And the chubby Italian guy who swears a lot is Enzo, who's just, he's Italian and he swears a lot.
I believe.
Who gets the short end of the stick many times.
Beautiful.
Now it's time to be naughty. You are
So there are a bunch of different weapons that you can get. The weapon setup that I'm using right now is the current setup that I had from my previous playthrough. It's what I found that always worked out best for me, for my situations. So, and then also the cost, usually items that you pick up, like all the coins, are usually halos. Because right now we're fighting angels. However, with the Princess Peach costume, since it is a Mario theme, Nintendo decided to go ahead and change it over to coins. To kind of continue on with the Nintendo theme, which I thought was actually really cool. That's what she's supposed to look like. That's what my character's supposed to look like. You're supposed to have just like 2 of them there. Would have been the weirdest thing. It's okay, we got Princess Peach now. Alright, so if you guys have been keeping up, so far we're a witch. We received guns from an African-American Santa. We're currently fighting on top of a jet, which if you look at the pilot seat currently, there's no pilot. So that the jet is currently flying out of control on its own. We're fighting angels on top of a jet with a giant sky... It looks like a giant sky serpent just randomly flying over, which I don't know what city this is, to be honest. So yeah, so the... Really trying to give a basic explanation as to what in the world goes on in Bayonetta, it's kind of hard. So then also, what else is there? Also, if you time your dodges at just the right time, you activate, so what just happened now, time slow, which time? Pretty much it gives you more control after you dodge stuff, letting you get counterattacks in and so on for that kind of stuff. So we had a little quick time event right there. Alright, so... we're gonna swap over to my arrow for this one. We'll activate our Umbran attack. So then the Umbran attack pretty much just gives us stronger attacks for a set amount of attacks. Dodge! Let's see, will that reach him? It does! That's cool. You know what, I'll just keep on sending the chain chomp for you. So then what's even more terrifying for this, normal people can't see exactly what's going on. All they see is stuff exploding, like everything flying all over the place. They don't see the angels and the demons everywhere. So it's just like madness and everything exploding and everybody's just panicking. And they're just having a nice conversation. We'll activate our Umbran attack now. Oh, I love that. Simply for the fact that it just sends like 3 chain chomps right at them and just like homes in on them, locks onto them, and explodes. Okay, alright, let's punish. That was Bowser's fist? I just realized that. That is awesome. Alright, now for the climax. So anytime you're going to finish off a boss, you get the option for a climax attack, which is a very interesting scripted finishing move. So the climax, you summon a demon, which you control it with the powers that you have, and for Bayonetta and Jean, it's always their hair, all that silver stuff is their hair that's wrapped around the demon, keeping control of it. Gomorrah. So that's your spirit being knocked out, and John being dragged down by demons.
I'm not one for pets who don't listen to their masters.
Poor Chain Chomp, just like struggling to keep up with me. So we'll just stick all those three on them. Activate our Umbran attack. Oh, that hit me. Alright, so let's hit the punish. That is Bowser's Fist. That is awesome. I just realized that. Didn't know that it went that far. Oh, that was late. And for the climax. That is just a weird Princess Peach costume. I don't know what to say about that.
Lumen Sage. Is revenge not all you desire? I know the one who destroyed your world. I know the one who destroyed your love.
Who?
So yeah, so Rodan, he runs the shop. He also runs a bar, which is called the Gates of Hell. And this is pretty much where you go to buy all of your upgrades. And to keep this going, we're gonna skip this. Simply for the fact that the cutscene, these ones, they're pretty much just still pictures, and you just watch as they go about. So then at the end of every chapter, you get a rating. You also get additional halos. that you can use to purchase like other items. Moves along as well. Alright, so we're going to take a quick look at the shop.
The world-famous Rhode Island, where demons and gunsmithing go together like chicken and waffles. Sally, I'm mad hungry. What can I do you for?
Alright, so from here we're able to buy additional weapons. As you find LPs that spread out throughout the game, all these alt weapons are weapons that can be equipped on your feet. Once you turn the LP into Rodan, he gets you the weapon that you can equip on your hands, but then you have to buy the ones for your feet. You can also get additional accessories. Each of these will give you additional bonuses and benefits throughout the game while you're playing. Items, pretty much, there are a lot of health regen. You can also purchase upgrades to both your magic and your health. Techniques are all the moves that you can get. And on my first playthrough, I decided to just unlock all the moves, since I was probably going to end up playing through it again. And for Rodan's treasures, these are the costumes. So all the costumes, they're pretty expensive. They're not really meant to... You have to earn it, I guess I should say. I mean, it makes you save up. Let's see, which one is this one? Super Mirror 64. Which one is this? You know what? I'm gonna buy that Super Mirror 64. Just because I don't know what exactly it is. Mushroom Kingdom Princess. Sarasala Land. Grants a user the ability to summon a certain spiky-shelled king through a wicked weave. So I can only guess that you're able to summon Bowser with that. Included Master Sword and Hylian Shield. Oh, that's awesome. So there's a lot of references to other Nintendo games, which it just makes it so much more fun. It gives a lot of replay value, not to mention that you do have 3 difficulties available at the start. You've got first, second, and third climax. Once you beat the game, you get the infinite climax. So let's take a look at the character settings. So the one thing that I was kind of... Oh wow, you unlock Rosa as well? I did not know that. The one thing that I was kind of sad about was that... Oh, that's a Star Fox costume. Was that costumes that you unlock are set to that character only. So if you want to get the costumes on all the additional characters, you have to play through it more. All right, so we're gonna keep the Star Fox costume. So we're gonna change equipment from the Infernal Slayer. We'll go over to... Let's see. We'll take the blades and the chain shop, and we'll keep that. Mounted of rewards. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit more of the next chapter. So all in all, Bayonetta 2, it's a damn good game, and damn, I like how that looks. You got the tail as well. Ooh, I like that. So Bayonetta 2, after you complete the game, there's a lot of vanity items that tie into a lot of old Nintendo games. You got Mario, Legend of Zelda, Star Fox. Unlockable, there's a ton of unlockable stuff. I mean, it makes you work for it, but a lot of them are worth it. So we're gonna skip these cutscenes. But overall, just the entire game itself, while playing through it, I loved it. Also, if you buy, I'm not too sure if it's the same with the digital copy, but if you buy the physical copy, you also get a copy of the original Bayonetta. All in all, which just makes it even more better. That alone makes it worth it. So, I mean, main things that I liked, just the storyline of the game, I really loved it. Combat is very fluid, very smooth. It's a lot. To me, it reminds me a lot of like Devil May Cry. It's not a button mash. I mean, you can button mash it if you really want to. However, to get all the combos down, to get combo points, to get high scores, and all of that stuff, it's a lot of getting your dodge down correctly. Also, like the witch time, that's activated by getting perfect dodges in. So I mean, if you can activate witch time a lot, that pretty much means that you got the dodge technique down. So, while yes, button mashers can get through the game nice and easy, if you want to go for high scores, if you want to get platinum medals and all of that stuff, you gotta get timings and everything down. Which, I mean, that alone is fairly simple to do. Things that I didn't like. A lot of people would say, I mean, really thinking about it, a lot of people would say that with an 8-hour, for a game that's $60, 8 hours from start to finish, playing through the game on the hardest difficulty is not worth it. However, the experience alone, it's a damn well put together game. Definitely not disappointed by length of play. What didn't I like? I'm trying to think. I mean, really thinking about it, what I just talked about, it's kind of a good thing. Honestly, nothing is really coming to mind. If I think of anything negative, I'll put it in the review itself, like on the website. But as for right now, nothing really comes to mind. I mean, Bayonetta 2, it also includes multiplayer, so I mean, you're able to play online with random people going through some set story missions. Which I'll check that out later. Boss fights are on a massive scale. I mean, doing moves and such, it might help out if I'm on like a more flat surface. The variety of moves that you get and everything that you can do, it's huge. I mean, you can do so much different combos. You can mix it up however you want to. There's a wide variety of weapons that you can swap between. And look at that chain. How can you not like that chain chomp? Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. But alright, guys. Oh, and yes, rating for Bayonetta. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a damn good game. I feel that there could be probably a little bit more story to it. I'm happy with the length of the game, but however, as with any gamer, we can always wish that a game would be a little bit longer, which would just make the experience that much more lasting. But all in all, I loved it. The game is good. It's worth it. Buy the physical copy. You also get yourself a copy of Bayonetta as well. And even that alone, it's such an awesome game. It's exclusive to the Wii U. It will not be coming out on the Xbox, PlayStation, or anything like that. So if you guys want to get yourself a copy of the game, you gotta get yourself a Wii U. But alright guys, that is gonna wrap up this review. I will see you guys for the next review. Laters.